Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to another episode of Dan Tony Sports. My name is Dan Snyder, joined tonight by Tony Casper and Dan Beebe. Dan O'Shea will be calling in momentarily. We got a big show tonight. We're going to talk about Conference USA. We're going to talk about MAC football. We're going to talk a little bit briefly about NBA free agency and what that entails. But we're going to start like we always do with our pigskin poetry. Houston, we have a problem. And tell me it isn't true. Would you really do that? Cut J.J. Watt just out of the blue? And this is coming from a report by CBS Sports, which is concerning because they're somewhat credible source. But you don't just cut a guy as talented as Watt, especially when he's great for your city and the best player you've got. He is beloved by most and respected by all. If you're looking for a brand ambassador, he has more than answered the call. He is philanthropic and always does his part. If the Texans were a person, he would be the heart. Injuries are a concern, and his play has certainly declined, but nobody can be perfect 100% of the time. Now, please realize this. If you cut him as it seems, he's going to get a call from the other 31 teams. So Texans, don't be stupid and stop smoking crack. Because once J.J. Watt is gone, you're going to want him back.
Fake news.
Fake news.
There's no way. Where did you... Who
CBS Sports.
Who?
Let me find it. Find it for you.
Is there any way to verify that this isn't a 12-year-old?
Probably not be able to verify that's not a 12-year-old.
Because in what realm do you think that that's possible?
Because they are according to the article, they would consider cutting J.J. Watt because his plays declined. He's always injured, and he's going to cost a lot of money.
He's done more from the state of Texas than a guy named Bush.
Kyle Busch, or
no, I mean like any of the Bushes. You know, the two presidents we've had.
NASCAR did make it in the episode.
Oh, yeah. Of course it did.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
because
I'm making fun of it.
Bush.
Because I'm making fun of it. Okay. 1 second. Just pulling up that report.
Because I'm just... Okay, a lot of money, duh. Of course, somebody that good is going to demand a lot of money. That just makes sense. That's how this works. As far as... injuries, yeah, that can be a concern. He has had his problems. But, I mean, who else do you have on that defense right now?
Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay. But Jadeveon Clowney is made increasingly better by having J.J. Watt on the other side.
And that's
and
definitely true.
They don't have Cushing anymore, do they?
No, because his crazy ass went off the deep end.
Well, that's nothing new, apparently, in the NFL. Zay Jones was running through a place... talking about Christ trying to throw himself out of a window.
Yeah. So the report was done by CBS, and we have Dan O'Shea joining us now. Dan O'Shea, how are you doing?
Good, guys. Sorry I'm late. I was traveling around the state today, basically.
Oh, well. I hope you had fun doing that. We just finished the Pigskin Poetry talking about the report from CBS. Looks like Joel Corey is the person who wrote it. He's an ex-agent. That the Texans could consider cutting J.J. Watt. Not that they have considered it. Not that they did consider it. Not that they're going to cut him. But they could consider cutting J.J. Watt.
What's Corey's last name?
His name is Joel Corey.
Joe Corey.
Joel, J-O-E-L.
I mean, is he just trying to stir the pot? Like, what's the point of writing that? Like, oh, you know, a meteor could strike Earth. Like,
I mean, a meteor could strike Earth. We're gonna not think about that, but that's it. I mean, it could happen. So we are going to move on, and we're going to discuss something that is a little bit of a serious topic. We're not going to talk too much about it because we don't have all of the facts. We don't have all of the details. but it's something that we certainly need to mention. And I prepared a little speech, so I'm going to read it for you now. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to talk about something serious for a minute, if I could. America is, in my opinion, the best country in the world, but we have a problem. And the problem is hatred, violence, and the want to see others fail. Today, we had a case of this coming out of the NFL. LaShawn McCoy is being accused of domestic violence, child abuse, and drug usage by his ex-girlfriend. Now, the drug usage is essentially irrelevant, but we cannot turn a blind eye to violence of any kind. If what the accuser has claimed is actually true, then shame on you, McCoy, and you deserve whatever terrible things will happen to you. If these acts were not done by McCoy and the accuser is lying, then shame on her, and she deserves whatever terrible things will happen to her. I ask that we all let the truth come out before rushing to judgment and looking like the fools that we so undoubtedly are. As I had stated at the beginning, we have a terrible problem of this hatred, violence, and wanting to see others fail, and it is time that we as humans, as people, as sports lovers, as lovers of life, put this to an end. May this issue be resolved swiftly with liberty and justice for all.
Well said. It was his girlfriend's best friend apparently that posted a photo that's allegedly of the girlfriend beaten horribly. Assuming that's real, whoever did that deserves the fullest punishment possible. But yeah, we certainly don't want to just go around saying that, it was definitely McCoy. I mean, in this case, there doesn't seem to be video evidence like Ray Rice, where it's like, wow, you can see right away that they are a piece of shit, and I don't say that lightly. But we, on the flip side of the violence thing, we had, we've had false accusations in the past, people just trying to destroy careers. So we don't want to just jump in and say that yes, this was McCoy. He responded. He said that he hasn't seen any of the involved parties in months. So that should be that alone right there should be something that's easily proven or disproven. So yeah, we really gotta just hold off, except to say whoever did it is a piece of trash and deserves everything that's coming to them, as you said.
This is going to be an interesting story, and I was actually late today because of this story. It was something we were looking into. The photo that you're seeing online is not a result of a domestic violence situation with LaShawn McCoy. It is actually a result of a home break-in that happened at LaShawn McCoy's house last evening by people that they believe were told by LaShawn McCoy to do this act.
And if he did set that up...
So, that being said, all I want to make clear here is that there's clearly a lot of information and a lot of things that need to be cleared up before we're about ready to crucify anyone in this situation. We have no idea what is real, what's factual, and what exactly happened. All I know is that LaShawn McCoy was in Miami working out during this incident, and the result of the picture that we're seeing online, before anybody does a snap judgment, are not a result of what LaShawn McCoy did, supposedly.
So we will find out, because the last report that I had seen was that there was initially an Instagram post accusing him of doing this, of LaShawn.
It was her friend that posted this,
right,
from what I understand.
It was her friend. And that has since been changed to people that he had hired, his friends or whatever. So we have no idea what's going on.
No, we're going to have to let this play out and let the facts and the information fall as it lie right now.
I hope it doesn't drag out like Ezekiel Elliott's case did.
Oh, everything will drag out in the NFL. You can't do anything with the NFL with it being quick unless, of course, it's making a call of a first down because you have an index card.
Thank you. Jinx Territory retired. Gonna miss that.
Yeah, gone but not forgotten.
Gone, but in fact not forgotten. Very well said. Very
Another
well.
point of just breaking news today. I know nobody in this room or on this phone cares about it, but Ronaldo has been shipped off from Real Madrid and
To
is heading
Juventus.
To Juventus.
Yes, going to Juventus.
One of the highest paid players in professional sports.
The highest paid, $64 million a year.
And Juventus
That's
had
so
to.
crazy.
Juventus
That's
had to.
such a crazy number.
It is. And Juventus had to pay $110 million to Real Madrid just to get the contract.
Yeah, but they do this all the time, soccer teams. So we're going to get on with our show. Guys, we have a crap ton of fun coming up. Let's get started, and we're going to make our first Trump first Trump reference of the day. And actually, I'm a little bit ahead of the game. No Trump reference right now. Sorry. First order of business is NBA free agency. You guys excited? Anything you've seen so far really tickle your fancy on the free agency? On your free agency, I guess
Radar.
what's the word I'm looking for here?
No, I didn't. Did anybody move?
A couple people moved.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Oh, did they?
Bron.
Who?
Bron.
Oh, crying man baby. Got it.
Yes, LeBron James took his talents to Hollywood. He is now playing basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers. All right.
Well, I think we got to give Dan credit because he called it. He was the only one that seemed to think he was going to L.A. I mean, that being said, typical.
Yeah. I mean, where else was he going to go though?
I mean, there were. It seems like the way that it happened, it was always his intention to go to Los Angeles. I think he decided before the playoffs started this year that he was like, you know what? I'm out of here. This place is dirty.
Well, we had been saying all year long, there's no way he stays in Cleveland after this season.
Right.
There's no way. He was gone. So
I heard reports that Philly was a strong second, and he was definitely considering that. So it makes me wonder, kind of what his current motivation is, because I don't think he's going to LA to contend for a championship in the next
ever.
2, maybe even 3 years.
You bring up the exact point that I was going to bring up. He's not going to Los Angeles to play for the Lakers to play basketball. He is going to get himself positioned to be a coach, a general manager, owner. He is trying to set the foundation for the rest of his life.
I also think that one thing we're overlooking is probably the factor of his children. He does own a house out in Los Angeles. A 4-year contract is not something we're typical of seeing of LeBron, especially because he's known to go for the 1-year player options. That 4 years cements, okay, his kids will be able to get through a large portion of their school in one particular area, especially with Bron Jr. being about to be in high school. This will allow him to do all of his basketball at one location, and LA is a prime area if you're going to want to get the hype that your kid would probably require. I mean, look at what that jackass Ball has done with his kids, and they're not even good.
I mean,
Lonzo's
Not as-
good. The
not-
rest of them are not that good.
I have a feeling, and you might laugh, I have a feeling that LaMelo Ball, not the middle son who sucks, the youngest son, who was out there actually lighting it up in Lithuania for a 15-year-old, I have a feeling he's gonna be the best of the three in the NBA.
Maybe, but how's he get there?
Lithuania, apparently.
I mean, because now that you signed the
Very
contract,
contract.
if you got paid, he can't go to the NCAA.
Why would he? He's got the JBA.
Yeah, that's doing stellar.
It's the first season. I mean, I'm not trying to defend LeVar Ball,
You
but it's
kinda
literally
sound
been
like you
one
are.
season.
You kind of sound like you are.
Okay.
So what's the latest news on keeping up with the Kardashians, too?
Let's
Just
see.
assumed you would know.